How do you know if someone's enlightened? You see, their eyes pop out their head, you know. They're constantly, permanently sitting under a tree in yoga position. They're always smiling. They wear special clothes. They sit as if they're the leader in the satsang hall or the lecture. They give themselves a name, guru. There's no one enlightened, you see. It is an experience. Enlightenment is an experience. The body participates in it. The mind, from a distance, participates in it. Consciousness is the conductor of it. Everything is experience. I know people in my life that have never tasted this Sat Chit Ananda of overwhelming joy, but they live like some sort of perfect being. They're full of kindness, full of compassion, full of love. They're not religious. They're not spiritual. There's no science of biological needs. They just live it eloquently. Like they're invisible. See? That's it. The enlightened one is invisible. No, they're not enlightened. We're all invisible. The mind wants to take pictures of us. Yeah. So that it can show us the consciousness that we are, what we can appear as. Truth. That's what we're searching for. Enlightenment, another path to truth. Billions of paths to truth. Temporary clinical death can be another path to truth. Doesn't shine directly on truth. And it's definitely not an enlightened state for the body. So how do we discover truth, you see? You want to seek for enlightenment? You'll find another path. Yes, it's colossal. Yes, it's eye-opening. But you have to go through enlightenment. Same as you have to go through the body. Through life that one is. You have to continue on the journey through. So the thought, you go through the thought. What does it mean? When someone says to you, what's your thoughts on politics? There appears to be a question with a whole lot of content, a whole lot of possibilities. But the idea is to take the question and look at it. And what is my feeling towards the question? And what is my understanding regarding the question? What is your thoughts on politics? So the first thing you have to do is realize, I have a thought. The question is saying, I have thoughts. So I have a thought on these thoughts. I can think. Isn't that amazing? I actually know what the question is about, but I'm not interested in the topic or the content or the subject. What is your thoughts? And you begin to see a feeling of thinking. I am thinking. The thought has become living. In today's world, humans don't give thought to the question and the feeling. They have thought or feeling regarding the topic. What is your thoughts about the war in Ukraine? Oh, whew. Because you don't understand that you can think not about Ukraine. You are able to think. It's a blessing. Think. I can think. So there's a feeling towards the thinking. The emotion is taken away from the subject and the topic that creates disharmony in your body, in your head, in your mind. You're not dismissing what is happening in Ukraine. That comes next. You see? That comes next. It's so fast in our human world now. There's no next. What are your thoughts on the war in Ukraine? It's ridiculous. It's against all human, all the story comes out. I need to vent my feelings. There's no feelings towards you, the thinker, and that you have the opportunity to think about a thought. Can you reflect on your life, you see? Oh, wow. Yes, how long have you got? Yeah? That's the normal answer. Something along that lines. Instantly the mind is called into, memory system, with your thoughts on your life. Yeah. And it says, the question must mean past to now, or future. So you answer the question based on the topic and the content of the subject, initially, primary. You don't think, I can reflect. I am reflecting. He's given me the opportunity, the question has given me the opportunity to experience a feeling in my body of reflecting. I'm not reflecting on the incidents and the experiences of my life. I'm reflecting on this livingness. I'm reflecting on being alive. I'm reflecting on I'm reflecting within. And then, what are your thoughts on Ukraine? After the thinking has been understood that I am so important to this life. I am thinking. Therefore, it's so worthy to have the ability to take thoughts and make them feel as if I am this thought. So you become the thought. You become the reflection. Therefore you become the truth. Because everything that you are, in its purest sense, is born from what you are, the truth. The thoughts are born from you. The reflections are born from you. Reflecting, the ability to reflect, is born from you. Basic, simple, human, taking words, taking ownership, experiencing that what the words mean, to think. I think, therefore I am. I reflect, therefore I am. You can answer the question, but you'll answer it in a way that is very genuine. You now are present. You're now aware that the questioner has given you the opportunity to be yourself and genuinely ground that really difficult subject. And you can say, now, it's really quite sad. You will answer it genuinely. You may say, I hate this world that we are creating. It doesn't have to be nice things. But the questioner will say, wow, what an answer. And it didn't take you on to another question. You didn't reflect the question back. You took ownership of the question and you seen through that what answers the question. The thought answers the question. When you realize you are simply a thought, but not simply just a thought, you are simply a being. You are simply living. You are simply experiencing. You'll understand that if enlightenment strikes you, if consciousness comes down and says, this one's for me, and consciousness says, enlightenment, wow. It's the same as the thought about what's happening in Ukraine, but a different flavour, a different energy, a different feeling of the one that is answering. Here's the enlightenment. And your body is so alive. And you have to ground it, you see, and say, I see through it. Enlightenment. Enlightening. What's taking place? The head will want to make stories about it. The head will want to be the questioner. The head will want to say, I wonder if this is right for me because I'm only this little insignificant guy. I wonder if I should read up. I wonder if this is true. I'm wandering away from the enlightenment. I'm wandering away from the thought. I'm wandering away from the reflection. I'm wandering away from being. See? The ego is just the stuff that adds spices and herbs to try and get you to be your true self. But the answer is in the question, you see, that's what they say. The thought comes. Realize, wow, I'm thinking it. What is it that's thinking it? Who am I that is thinking it? And the mind will wander again. Well, that's a question that Mooji asks all the time. Who am I? You must have to go and follow Mooji, blah, 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 blah. No, you're inquiring about the thought. You're inquiring about I. You're inquiring about who am I? You don't need confirmation. You don't need confirmation from the head, from the mind. It is happening now. This is living in truth. Living truthfully is to be as you are. Take everything into yourself and sit with it until it passes. Everything is, that's experience. I'm on the roller coaster ride. It's going around full throttle. I'm sitting with it. And at some point it will pass. And the mind says, oh, I don't want it to pass. Or, oh, I want this to pass quickly, I'm feeling nausea. That's okay. Yes, mind, okay. There's nothing I can do now, I can't jump off, I can't stop it. I'll just be with it. Whether it's the nausea, or whether it's the joy, or whether it's the adrenaline, that's what it is. I am alive and I am able to experience this. I'm not trying to enhance it, and I'm not trying to denounce it. It is what it is. Everything is an experience. Death an experience. Birth an experience. The roller coaster ride an experience. The war in Ukraine an experience. Watching the television an experience. Who is the watcher? Who is the knower? Who is the liver? Who is the thinker? What can think, you see? And rather than get angry about it, love yourself being able to take on board a question and see through it. See through the thoughts, The policeman catches a burglar. The burglar says, it wasn't me. I wasn't in that house. I have no jewellery. You have no evidence. You did not catch me there. I'm now in my own house. Why are you bothering me? Policeman says, you burgled that house. Burglar says, no, you have no evidence. Policeman says, no, you're right. But I see through you. You're a fake. Everything about I is a fake when it's seen as the doer and the storier and the experiencer. The experience is not fake. The experiencer is fake. The thinker is fake. The reflector is fake. Thinking is not fake. Reflecting is not fake. Being is not fake. Consciousness, not fake. Who am I? Am I the thinker, or am I the thought? Passing. Seeing the thought within you passing. Seeing you go through the thought passing. Is denying not the content, is denying the content of the question, but is not denying the thought. It is constantly seeing through it. Just like I'm seeing through this body. My thoughts are seeing through themselves. I become the thought seeing through itself. I become the reflecting, or the reflection, reflecting about myself. I don't know if this makes sense. The experience is true, with no names, with no stories, with no narrative, with no beginnings, with no ends. The experience of life is the truth. The experiencer is passing. It's passing, you see. It's just life, but we're putting it in a very thoughtful way, a mindful way. This world, this nature that we call life, is always here. This body, it's passing through and will eventually leave here. But that what is life, that truth about what is beyond this body that you appear to come and go as, is stable, is always, in all ways. Who can discover the truth? Spend your whole life seeking for enlightenment is like spending your whole life seeking for an appropriate religion, an appropriate country, an appropriate mountain, an appropriate cave in the Himalayas. Enlightenment is just another path to truth. But your path to truth may be completely a different quality of path. But it's all the same truth. Life is. You see? Life is. Consciousness is. And as Papaji wrote in his book, truth is. Be the truth. Don't be enlightened. Don't be a person. Don't be a soul. Don't be a spirit. Don't be a god. Don't be a saint. Don't be a scientist. Don't be a joiner. These are names. These are subjects. These are topics to take you out of truth. Be that. Be that I am, says God. Whatever God is. We're all giving each other tips on aids, on help, on how to get to the truth. But the truth is within all of us. We spend a long time, we call it, looking for paths. All paths lead to the truth. Because the truth is all paths. So enlightenment, a path. Can it be disconnected to truth? No. Walking the hills, singing, is a path to truth. So can it be disconnected from truth, you see? Because I am. I is the truth. I am is the path. I is stable. The maple consciousness is moving. The ribbons. I, the penis, erect, hard, upright. And consciousness, the ribbons, the vagina, soft, undulating, moving, giving the I an essence of being alive. So man cannot be here without woman, and woman cannot be here without man. So at Christmas time, respect all, be kind to all, love all, and the truth wins.